of 11 that are scheduled for tonight. And to introduce the fighters, we introduce you to Lupe Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to welcome you all to Chesapeake Energy Arena. It is the WBO Junior Welterweight Championship of the World. It is Saucedo Hooker, proudly presented to you by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated in association with Rock Nation Sports. Matchroom Boxing USA and being sponsored by Geico. Tonight's bouts are being sanctioned by the Oklahoma State Athletic Commission. Executive Director is Joe Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, we start the evening with this bout. Set for 4 rounds in the Super Welterweight division. Our judges at ringside, Sarah Atwood, Henry Ellick, and Chris Ritter. At the sound of the bell, the man in charge of the action, referee Gerald Ritter. Introducing first, the fighter standing in the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing red with white trim. When he stepped on the scale, he weighed in at an official 149 1/2 pounds. And he enters the ring in his second pro bout with 1 victory and 1 KO. Fighting out of Philadelphia, PA, Paul, the Punisher Kroll. Across the ring in the red corner, wearing black with green and red trim, he weighed in at an official 147 1/2 pounds. He enters the ring for the 8th time as a pro with a record of 1 victory, 5 losses, 1 draw. His lone victory coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Antonio Wattel.
Mouthpiece. Okay, fighters, you've already received my instructions in the dressing room. We're going 4 rounds. I expect a good, clean fight. Keep your punches up. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Touch your gloves. Good luck.
Paul Kroll was a very decorated amateur. 2015 U.S. Olympic Trials gold medalist, won a silver at the 2015 National Golden Gloves, and this is his second professional fight against Antonio Wattel.
I did a little homework on Kroll. He got that little Mayweather style a little bit, you know, got lead with that left shoulder. See how he bring his jab back.
And he's very well known in the Philly area, training out of Fast Lane Boxing Gym in West Philly. A lot of people had high hopes for him because of his amateur career and got into a little bit of trouble, but got back on the right track, and here he is now in his second professional fight, and I think he's got a lot of fans happy to see him back in the ring.
Said he had around 140 amateur fights. He had 62 of them in 2015 alone. A busy year.
That's it? 62 fights in a year?
Well, that's a lot of fighters over in Philly.
He did have 2 fights in the World Series of Boxing as well, which some people do consider those to be professional bouts. But we go off the 1-0 with 1 knockout that BoxRec has posted for him. So this is indeed his second professional fight on his boxing record.
That right hand that Kroll hit Wattel with just hurt him. It hurt him straight down the middle.
Antonio Wattel's record is not very impressive, but he does usually go the distance. In his last 6 fights, he has had each one of them go to a decision.
And Wattel moving up in weight for this fight. So he typically fights around 132. Highest he's ever fought was 141.
Big right hand, and Kroll sends Wattel to the ground.
And there's the result of that right there.
That right hand, I'll tell you, he was like the 3rd time he caught him with it.
Kroll did have a first-round knockout in his last fight, looking for another one here in his second. Wattel in trouble up against the ropes.
Back to the bottom. Back to the bottom. There you go.
Does Kroll have the stamina to take him out?
I think so.
And Wattel just kind of standing there up against the rope.
The
I like how he
referee's
went
gonna
down to
step
the body, downstairs, upstairs.
This has become target practice right now for Paul Kroll.
If Wattell doesn't return any fire, the referee needs to step in and stop the fight.
I like the way he's throwing that right hand around that left hand.
Let's go. Let's go.
Been at least a minute of just straight punching from Kroll.
Yo, let's go. Back to your body, Paul.
Wattell getting close to surviving round one.
Bring it out. Overhead. Come on. Do it one time. Overhead.
There you go.
Big right hand at the end of the round. Wattell still standing.
Okay, do you want anything I'm holding it for the last couple of really good? You okay? This basically reverse it, now do the same thing off yours right away.
'Tis the season for sibling rivalry, and these siblings have been very good.
I just don't know.
Current non-GM owners and lessees get this low-mileage lease on this 2019 Cadillac XT5 from around $399 per month.
You get his share already.
When the game's over and you're exhausted from woo-hooing, there'll be greasy platters to grapple with, crusty bowls to do battle with, and filthy forks from friends afraid of finger food. But you can do this. You'll have the power of Maytag on your team. Now get out there and host your heart out. Maytag will see you on the other side.
Maytag, what's inside matters.
Round two begins. Our first fight in Oklahoma City. Paul Kroll in his second professional bout. He just staggered Antonio Wattell with a left hand, and now more flurries up against the ropes. This one is over. Wattell barely survived round one. He lasts 15 seconds in round two, and Paul Kroll is 2-0.
Wayne, did you see what Kroll did when he came out? When he first came out, did y'all recognize it? He switched. He gave him a different look. He started off, instead of throwing the right hand straight off the jab, he started off with the right hand coming in with the right hook. The right hook with Cardi is to start that on.